always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Hey guys, and welcome to GSMC Entertainment Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia, and happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all are having a very strong start to your week. It is officially summer. Yesterday was the first day of summer and the first day of Cancer season. My favorite season, the best season. If you haven't gotten the hint, I'm a Cancer, so it is my season. It's our zodiac sign. In case, don't get it twisted. It's not, the sad disease, but it is the zodiac sign I'm talking about. So it's Cancer season, and I'm always juiced. I mean, that means my birthday's around the corner. My birthday's actually on the 28th. So, I'll leave my cash app down below. No, I'm playing. But yeah, so my birthday's on the 28th and I have some fun plans for the weekend. I'm planning on going to the river, getting some vitamin D, staying outdoors, getting some sun, and it'll be socially distanced fun. Don't worry. But I'm really excited to do that. And I think the following day, I'll be going on a hike. My boyfriend will be coming down to visit. We're going to go on this really pretty hike. And yeah, it's going to be like a really chill birthday this year. Nothing like how it was last year. I went to Vegas with my friends and it was epic. It was everything. It was such an amazing girls trip. And so if you've been to Vegas and you know how the party scene's out there, and it was extremely fun, and obviously due to coronavirus still being around, we're not able to do that. And so we opted to do something local and to go to the river and be outdoors and just enjoy each other's company. So that's what my birthday plans are for this upcoming weekend. I'm super excited. And today was the first day I started working, really working, meaning I have to wake up at 4 a.m. now this week and go to bed early. And when you haven't been on that sleep schedule for over 3 months, it's a challenge, right? So today was actually my first day at a new job, at a new gym, teaching a few fitness classes. And it was great. While I was teaching the classes, it was a 5 a.m., a 6 a.m., and a 9 a.m. class. I was really into it. I didn't feel tired or lethargic, but right when I got home around 10:30, oh my God, it hit me so bad. And the night before, last night, I wasn't even able to sleep properly because I was so anxious to get up in the morning and start working. And again, it was a new job, it's a new gym, a new environment. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't sleep through my alarm, and I was just extremely paranoid that I was going to sleep through it. And it was a pretty restless night. So I have to do it again tonight to wake up early for a 6 a.m. class tomorrow. So hopefully, I'm able to sleep like a baby tonight since I am extremely tired. But regardless, we're going to push through, and I'm going to be here to deliver, as always, the entertainment news from the past week. So from today's title, we're first going to be talking about our favorite Disney Channel star who just got hitched, Raven Symone. And this was definitely a surprise. She definitely kept her relationship on the DL. All these, I don't know how long she's been with her partner, months, years, who knows, because it's been extremely low key. And Raven Symone married her partner, Miranda Madej. I believe Miranda Madej is also Raven's social media manager. And, the actress and presenter, she shared the news with her fans through Instagram, sharing a picture with the caption of her and her wife or partner saying, I got married to a woman who understands me from trigger to joy, from breakfast to midnight snack, from stage to home. I love you, Mrs. Pierman Madej. Let's tear this world a new a-hole. I's married now. So it definitely seems through her Instagram caption and post, you know, that she's excited that she found this person in her life. And I mean, she seems genuinely happy. So it obviously makes us happy, especially my generation, millennials, who grew up watching, you know, That's So Raven and The Cosby Show. More That's So Raven. I was definitely like a That's So Raven fanatic. Every Saturday morning, you know, that was the only day I can watch cartoons when I was little. I wasn't allowed to watch cartoons Monday through Friday while I was in school. That was the law in my household, in my very strict Mexican household. And I was only allowed to watch cartoons Saturday morning. And then once my parents wake up, which wasn't until around like 11, then we'd get to cleaning. So for like a couple hours, I was able to enjoy a few cartoons with my siblings, one of those being That's So Raven. So it's really crazy to see like Disney Channel stars, you know, grow into these adults and get married and have kids, and some of them have drug problems, need to go to rehab, are depressed, etc., etc. I don't need to list names or call out names. I'm sure you guys can do your own research. You guys have probably heard of these stories. Demi Lovato. That one slipped, okay? Anyway, so it's really crazy to see, you know, these individuals who I watched and idolized growing up, such as Raven Symone. Now, you know, she's an adult and married, and who knows what other plans she has hidden for us. Her followers, including Todrick Hall and her co-star from That's So Raven, Kyle Massey, rushed to send their congratulations to the happy couple, leading to Raven Symone sharing another picture and writing, "The outpouring of love and congratulations have filled our hearts immensely. Thank you to everyone. I won't bombard y'all with too many pics, but yeah, more music soon." Pause there, because to be honest, I didn't even know Raven Symone was making music like that. I haven't heard her make music since the Cheetah Girls, so it's pretty exciting. And we shall see how she does as a solo artist, as, you know, now a grown-up woman, how her voice has changed, what's her music going to sound like, what's the tone in her music, what is she going to sing, you know, about. So it's going to be really interesting to hear her new music that comes out, whenever that may be. And the pair, Miranda Madej and Raven Symone, celebrated their newlywed marriage by getting tatted. They got matching tattoos of each other's initials on their ring fingers. And I think that's really popular nowadays. I know a lot of athletes who are married, they will get like their wife's initials on their ring finger, because obviously with sports like basketball and football, you're not allowed to wear any jewelry. So a lot of these guys, married men, aren't allowed to wear their wedding bands on or their wedding rings. So they get like a tat. I think Steph Curry does this with Aisha Curry, and I'm not sure what other players by the top of my head right now, but I know it's a thing. So I think it's kind of a cute idea, get each other's initials on their ring fingers. In my personal opinion, I still don't think I would do that, because I don't know. That's like permanent. You feel me? Like getting someone else's initials or name tatted on you. That's pretty, I don't know. It's too committing, and I don't know if I'm there yet. So Raven, she wore a classic suit and she had colorful braids in for their wedding. And Miranda, she chose a white jumpsuit. They both looked fabulous in white. They looked great. Like I said, the wedding was kept super low key due to coronavirus restrictions, but that doesn't appear to have, you know, dampened their big day. again, huge congrats to the happy couple. And what I love even more about this announcement of Raven Symone quietly getting married is that she did this during Pride Month. She announced her relationship and her newlywed partner during Pride Month. I mean, we truly love to see it. So again, congratulations to Raven Symone and Miranda Madej. If you ever hear this, sending you guys lots and lots of love. All right, you guys, I'm going to come to a very brief break right now. And when we come back, more at GSMC Entertainment Podcast.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now, don't bother, what's hot on Netflix, and everything in between. That's GSMCpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to GSMC Entertainment Podcast. So, moving on to a new topic now. We're going to be discussing J.Cole's new song that he dropped last week. And surprisingly, he gained a lot of controversy from this track. And it's unlike J.Cole. J.Cole is one of, the most liked. Actually, I'm going to take that back. He's widely popular. I'd say that. He's widely popular for the type of rapper that he is, that, the type of person that he portrays himself to be. For much of J. Cole's career, the earnest and principled rapper from North Carolina has portrayed youth as a burden, a liability, a condition to be overcome on the path to experience. Alternately, stern and compassionate, he's counseled, younger artists on the perils of fame and scolded them as well for emphasizing form over content. His approach to music and just the rap game in general has attracted plenty of scorn, but it's also made him one of hip-hop's most popular acts, a beacon for rap fans, not all of them old, who worried that the music no longer says anything. It was kind of bewildering then to hear J. Cole explicitly ask to be viewed as a kid last week in a new song that instantly became a flashpoint in the gathering conversation about rappers and celebrities' responsibilities to the Black Lives Matter movement. And I think there's a lot of talk about this, other celebrities, influencers calling each other out saying, why aren't you using your enormous platform to spread information about the movement, spread petitions, donation links, etc. So there's definitely been a lot of that I've noticed, people getting, air quote, canceled and whatnot. And J. Cole seems to be one of those people that caught the heat. He released the song without warning last Tuesday night. The track is called Snow on the Bluff, and it finds J. Cole pondering the extent of his own personal involvement over a pensive guitar-based backing track. And I would say the song itself, sounds nice because it's like all acoustic guitar. It's really relaxing, but I think it's the actual lyrics. No, I know it's the actual lyrics that people are bothered by. And 6 years ago, J.Cole was widely hailed and praised for traveling to Ferguson, Missouri to participate in protests inspired by the police killing of Michael Brown, now weeks after George Floyd's death in similar circumstances. He fears that by taking a less visible role this time, he's betrayed the very same people that look at me like I'm some kind of a hero. So that's basically all what he's talking about in this song, Snow on the Bluff. Just thinking about his own involvement in the Black Lives Matter movement and the Black community in general. Has he done enough? Has he done too little? And many listeners heard this song, long verse, more or less, delivered in a rolling torrent of words. Honestly, he doesn't even breathe. It's just like he's talking, he's rapping. So you really have to pay attention to what he's saying, what he's speaking on. As J.Cole's response to a since deleted tweet by the Chicago rapper Symone, in which she wrote, "Poor Black folks are putting their bodies on the line in protest for our collective safety, and y'all favorite top-selling rapper is not even willing to put a tweet up." And indeed, J.Cole, who was seen at a recent march in his native Fayetteville, encouraged that interpretation with a long section in Snow on the Bluff in which he recounts scrolling through the timeline of a young lady mad at the celebrity. So that's like what it says in his song, Young Lady Mad at the Celebrities. And for some reason, No Name's tweet, J. Cole took it to heart. And I mean, if the shoe fits, then lace her up and wear it, right? No Name wasn't, I don't think she was specifically talking about J. Cole. I mean, if J. Cole feels like if he's done enough, he's been in protests, he's been donating, he's been signing petitions, then there's really no need for him to feel pressured to tweet something. So I don't know necessarily why J. Cole took No Name's tweet personally and why he thought No Name was specifically talking about him. Maybe it's the top selling rapper part. I don't know. But J. Cole took this time to write a song and respond in response to No Name, or at least allegedly, that's what we're all thinking. He allegedly wrote the song in response to No Name's tweet. Instead of engaging honestly with her criticism, though, J. Cole gets defensive in his song, insisting his education on the struggle for liberation wasn't as thorough as No Name's. What's even worse, he complains about No Name's, her attitude. He says, it's something about the queen tone that's bothering me. And I think that specific line that he rapped in Snow on the Bluff is what really triggered a lot of women. It's what really triggered No Name and what really made him catch the heat. Because a lot of Black women say that they're often deemed as, aggressive and angry. And that's essentially what J. Cole is reinforcing, that same idea that something about the queen's tone's bothering me, like she's bugging or something. So a lot of people took that the wrong way. And like too many men challenged by women before him. So this is that, and that's what he makes in his request throughout the song. He says, if I could make one more suggestion respectfully, I would say it's more effective to treat people like children, understanding the time and love and patience that needed to grow. This change is inevitable, but ain't none of us seen this before. Clearly, J. Cole thinks youngsters should heed their elders. It's why he's always offering his unsolicited advice, right? In what could definitely be described as a king tone at that. So you can take his self-infantilizing impulse as a good faith expression of his willingness to learn, except that the rest of Snow on the Bluff suggests that he's not willing when it's hard, which diminishes the moral authority upon which his proud grown-up status depends on. Compare the song to Dave Chappelle's searing new Netflix mini special, in which the comedian talks about his trust in the younger generation to lead the movement, and J.Cole appears only more simplistic in his paternalistic thinking. J.Cole came in for quick condemnation on social media after Snow on the Bluff came out. And without identifying the star by name, Chance the Rapper tweeted about the situation, and he said, "Yet another L," meaning loss, "yet another L for men masking patriarchy and gaslighting as constructive criticism." Him speaking and criticizing J. Cole's lyrics on Snow on the Bluff, while Earl Sweatshirt said the song was like if a white rapper, one that people like, made a "I'm uneducated on your plight" track. So he's definitely catching the heat, J. Cole, by not just women, but by other male peers, male rappers. On Wednesday, the day after he dropped the song, J. Cole took to Twitter to say that he stood behind every word of the song that dropped last night, before essentially rephrasing his central plea, saying, "We may not agree with each other, but we gotta be gentle with each other." Yet, No Main had no use for kid gloves when she released her own tune, basically replying back to J. Cole's Snow on the Bluff. And the next day, after Snow on the Bluff dropped on Tuesday night, the following day she releases song 33. And her song says, "He really about to write about me when the world is in smokes, when it's people and trees, when George was begging for his mother saying he couldn't breathe. He thought to write about me." So this is kind of her response to J. Cole's response to her response in a tweet. Do you guys kind of understand what's going on here? It's kind of like a ping pong here. Like, first it was No Name's tweet that set J. Cole off. So then he wrote this track, Snow on the Bluff, responding to No Name, even though he says it's not about her. And then No Name hears Snow on the Bluff, and in response to that track, she writes song 33, and it's originally in response to her original tweet. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense to you guys. Later in her song 33, over a stark beat by Madub, No Name tries to move the conversation beyond her scrape with J. Cole to point out that they talking about abolishing the police and democratizing Amazon. It's a reminder that more is at stake than a rapper's ego, and that a complicated moment may demand something deeper than a bedtime story. So again, that is J. Cole's song's controversial song, by the way, Snow on the Bluff. You guys can listen to it on basically any streaming platform out there. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Have you heard of the J. Cole song? And if you have, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with J. Cole's statements throughout the song, or do you agree with No Name? Let me know. You guys, I'm going to cut into another very brief break right now. When we come back, we'll get into my entertainment pick of the week.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Hey guys, and welcome back to GSMC Entertainment Podcast. So I realized that if you tune into my last week's episode, I totally forgot to mention an entertainment pick of the week. I cannot believe it. I cheated you guys last week. I'm sorry. So this week I'm going to make up for it and give you guys 2 entertainment picks of the week. For all of my new listeners who are just listening to me today, every week I basically recommend to you guys, or I just hate on something that I didn't enjoy during the last week or so. So that could be a movie, TV show, a book, music, anything related to entertaining. What is entertaining my circle? And this week happens to be a TV show, and it's a TV series that luckily also happens to air on Netflix. It's not a Netflix original. I actually don't know where this TV show first aired, but it's called Queen of the South. And this is by far probably top 3 ever favorite TV shows that have ever aired. And I want to thank, I need to thank my boyfriend because he's the one who put me onto the show like last summer. I remember I went to go visit him and he was playing this show. I think it airs on Star. I don't know. But it was playing on his TV and I'm like, what is this show? And I watched it and I was very intrigued. And like I said, luckily they have Queen of the South on Netflix. At the time, I think they only had like 2 or 3 seasons. And they just released their 5th season last week on Netflix. So I'm super excited. Queen of the South started back in 2016. So it's been around for a few years, 4 years. And it's, I just love it. I live for the drama, the crime, and the action. I think those are my type of TV shows. Those are my type of movies as well. I love action. I love plot twists. I love like that there's a goal in mind. I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. A lot of drug related movies, to be honest, like narco related. My boyfriend and I really enjoy those types of shows. Like we watched, let me see, what's Breaking Bad. That's another Breaking Bad for sure, top 3. So Breaking Bad's gonna be my first entertainment pick of the week. I can't say entertainment pick of the week because I have not watched that show in the last week, but it's definitely just my entertainment pick. So if you are, bored at home, I know not every place is still in quarantine. I don't know. I feel like half of the nation's in quarantine, the other half isn't. But if you're just bored or you want something new to watch, highly recommend Breaking Bad. But we're going to be talking about Queen of the South. And basically it deals with this character, the main character named Teresa. She flees her home country of Mexico after her drug runner boyfriend is murdered. Settling in Dallas, Texas, she looks to become the country's reigning drug smuggler and to avenge her lover's murder. So again, it does deal with cartels and drugs and backstabbing and action, things that I all love, okay? The creators of this magnificent show are M.A. Fortin and Joshua John Miller. The cast consists of Elise Braga, Hemke Madera, Peter Gadiot, Veronica Falcon, Joaquim de Almeida, and others. And this show, Queen of the South, is actually a remake of a super popular Spanish telenovela called La Reina del Sur. If you guys are Hispanic and have seen this show, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So La Reina del Sur is the original creators of this whole concept. La Reina del Sur, the first season, I guess you can call it, was aired back in like the early 2000s, like 2005, with the infamous Kate Castillo. If you guys don't know who Kate Castillo is, she is a super telenovela actress. She always plays the lead role in whatever novela she's in. And she actually has met El Chapo, like the actual real life head guy of a drug cartel in Mexico. And so she has always played kind of these roles in the crime cartel world because she has first-handedly seen it. And she was the star of La Reina del Sur that aired back in 2005. And La Reina del Sur actually came back last year or in 2018, and they revamped their production, revamped their acting, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the concept of the show La Reina del Sur that came out in 2005, the concept was great, but the acting was absolutely terrible. Like, telenovelas, we all know, they are already extremely dramatic, okay? We're extremely dramatic. The crying scenes were so cringy because they were so bad. Like, half the time they weren't even actually crying. And, like, their production as well, you know, like, whenever something bad would happen, they would, like, pan and zoom in to the actor's face, and their eyes are all big, and the music was, like, daunting. It was just, like, over the top, okay? So the acting was not A1 in the first season, and luckily they redeemed themselves in La Reina del Sur that came out last year, I believe, and that one was so freaking good. Oh my god, I binge watched the whole season there, and mind you, the whole season, you guys, there's like 50 episodes, okay, and they're like 1 hour long episodes, and I binged that in like about a week or less, possibly. And those are the original creator, La Reina del Sur. Now they remade it into Queen of the South, and that literally means the same thing. La Reina del Sur is Queen of the South in Spanish, so it translates to the same thing. Whereas La Reina del Sur, it takes place in Spain, and Queen of the South takes place in Texas. So really interesting. And if you are somebody who, I don't know, wants to practice their Spanish, wants to learn a new language, this is the show for you. Queen of the South. I cannot say my S's. Queen of the South airs, it's bilingual, you guys. Half of the show is in English, the other half is in Spanish, and everything is in subtitles, so don't worry for my non-Spanish speakers. They have the subtitles there in English automatically translated for you every time the actors speak in Spanish, and I just love it. The actors are so good in Queen of the South, all of them. Like, they're all A1 actors, and I mean, they've even won some awards. They've been nominated, for instance, in the Imogen Foundation Awards in 2019. They were nominated for Best Primetime Program in the drama category. They also were nominated for Best Actress in Television, which was for Elise Braga. She's absolutely amazing. Best Supporting Actor as well was for Hemke Madera. I mean, they've been nominated every single year since the film or the television show came out. So from 2017 through 2019, they've been nominated for things as Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Primetime Television Program, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Drama Series. So, and I can see why. Like, it's really so good. Like I said, acting is A1, storyline is amazing, and I've seen both in Spanish and English, and there are some similarities in between both of these shows. As far as like character names, they're the exact same, and their roles are kind of similar, but there's still many differences between the two. Like, if you're someone who wants to watch the actual novela, you can watch the novela first and then watch Queen of the South, the American version, and you can compare for yourself and see which one you like better. To me, I honestly really like both. I would say La Reina del Sur, the first season, was a flop as far as the acting was bad and the production was bad. But like I said, they definitely revamped for the second season. And Queen of the South, they've been great, okay? From the start, since season 1, the acting has always been there. They just released season 5, and I actually am rewatching all of the seasons because you know how Netflix, they don't release the seasons, like they release the seasons annually. So if they release the season in June of 2019. We're not going to see the next season until June of 2020. And what I hate too is that they don't like offer a recap episode or anything like that. So oftentimes if I just start the next season, I already forgot everything that happened previously. And then I'm just like watching it and like I'm lost and I'm like, wait, who's this guy? What's his role? What is she doing here? Who does she work for? What's the goal? So I'm rewatching the first season of Queen of the South all the way through. And I know it's going to be a pain. And I know there's definitely some scenes that I'm already familiar with. I'm like, oh, I remember this. But it's still good to watch for me personally, just so I'm able to follow the storyline in a chronological fashion. And I'm able to just like be on top of what's going on. So again, you guys, that is my entertainment pick of the week. Queen of the South, airing on Netflix right now. Once again, let me know in the comments if you've watched the show, if you are currently watching the 5th season, and what are your thoughts on it. So you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Entertainment Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff, because that tremendously helps the show. And I'll catch you guys here next week.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.